today I'm going to go through an overview of all the other functionalities of the marketplace and the shops, and then I'll touch on some of the administration around that as well. So we're going to sign in, and we're going to switch into a bit of a demo environment because we've got some shops and some marketplace items here. And we'll start with the marketplace. So here we've got a number of things already listed, but the concept of the marketplace is anybody in the global hive or in your private hive or other public hives can list things for sale. They don't necessarily need a shop. So if you're selling a sofa, or you're just selling a service, or you're selling a product, you can list things in the marketplace, and you start here. So you start by creating your listing, and let's say I'm going to, what am I going to sell today? I'm going to sell my sofa, and I'm going to choose a category for that. So it's home and garden, nice 3-seater sofa for sale, and I want £100 for my sofa. I can sell it in different currencies, but I'm in Britain, so we'll choose GBP. I'm in Jersey, actually. And then we've got a clear breakdown on the fees. So there is a platform fee. We charge 5% for listing your things on the marketplace. That's the only monetization that we have, is when people prosper and make money, then we take a 5% fee on that. And then there might be an administration fee for the community that you're in, and that is completely variable. Some communities might be 1%, some communities might be 10%. Then you can say whether you're willing to ship this or not, and if you do, you can put in a shipping fee, and you can charge shipping per item if you've got multiples. So you might be selling jewelry that you make, and if you're selling nice bracelets as a bit of an artisan, you might have 50 of those to sell. So you can charge $2.99 per item, and then equally you can put your tax on. So I can be adding 5% GST in here if I'm a Jersey member, or if I'm a UK, I can come in and put 17.5%, or equally you've just got generic sales tax or tax, which works pretty much globally. For this case, I don't need to require shipping. It's just going to be a collection only, and I'm not going to charge any VAT. I can choose up to 5 images, so you can browse that. I won't do it today. And by default, it's going to say you're listing this in the shop that you have by default. So I've got a number of shops that I have across different communities, and they will show here. So I don't necessarily want it to appear there. I want it to appear in any other shop. So let's put it in the kids and family shop. That's a public shop. It's available to anybody to list. And or you can search for other shops. So if there's free cycles, or there's whatever it may be, your shops are all listed there. And then, do I want to share it in the feed or not? I create that listing. Do I want to add any other content to this? So certain times you might want to add a PDF or a manual or whatever else it is. You can do that in there, and then you just click done, and we're done. So my listing is then there, and it will show with a photo if I so wish. If I go back to the feed, it's listed there for everyone to see in the feed. And then equally, if people don't want to see that, they just click their network and the marketplace items disappear, or they click marketplace and it will only show the marketplace items. If I click that, it will take me to the marketplace item. And if I log in and just sign in with another user, then I'll be able to show you what that looks like for anyone else publicly viewing that hasn't created the item. So we can log in here. So I can log in here and then carry on, and I can see that sofa in the marketplace. I can click on it, and I can either purchase it directly using PayPal, or I can message the seller. So if I click on message seller, I'm interested in this sofa, I'm going to send them a message. That user will get a notification that you start a chat, very much like standard marketplace functionality, and they'll be able to come back in here and see what's going on. Or if I click purchase via PayPal, it's going to make sure that I've got some PayPal details first, and then it's going to allow me to check out either with my PayPal account or just using a debit and credit card. Once that purchase has been made, then the buyer will get a notification. Sorry, the seller will get a notification. You can see here, I've just switched accounts back to my seller, and I've got a message here, so I can chat and coordinate the pickup of that item. Or as a seller, I can go into my sales dashboard, and within here you can see all the orders that have been placed, and you can see all the sales that have been made. So here I've not completed that purchase for an example, but I've got some examples here. The people that have bought a spice box, for example, which was an item that I listed a while ago, or a book storage box, or an Italian cooking masterclass. They're all listed here. And the items that need to be shipped have a shipping address, and I can print a label. That label will come, so I can print it to a printer, and away we go. And then I can mark that. We have the facility to mark items as dispatched, so that buyers clearly see if an item was being shipped, where is it, and you can add a tracking number to that. And then likewise, while we're in the sales dashboard, you can see here what your overall revenue is in a period of time. You can put filters on. You can see what commissions have been taken by the platform, and you can see what taxes you've collected, and you can have a separate tax report and a commission report, so you can just run your business using this platform quite normally. If we have a shop, let's flick to shops. Here I've got a number of shops. So I've created Artisan Kitchen, for example, and within the Artisan Kitchen, there are a number of products. Those products are all listed in the marketplace. So to put an item into your shop, you go to market, you create your item, you create your product, you create your service, you create whatever it is you want. You choose which shop you want it to be listed in, and that's how that link is made. So think of it in terms of, let's take the kind of the homemaker. If you've got someone that sells jewelry or creates jewelry, for example, that person might create jewelry and sell it on multiple platforms, but they might also sell it here. They don't necessarily want a shop in a mall, but they might scale their business enough that having a shop in a mall is something that they're interested in, and they want to group their products together. You can have multiple shops, and the facility of creating a shop and listing things for sale in that shop is free. The platform is free to use. We only take a fee at the point of time that a sale is made. So it's relatively simple and very transparent over what's been taken and where and when. That covers the overall shop functionality. Hope you enjoyed it.